Hey guys, welcome back to Blue Ridge Silverhound. I'm your host Sean, and in today's video, we're going to take a look at one of the most widely collected Lincoln pennies ever to exist, and that's the 1943 Lincoln Steel Composition penny. That's right, this is a coin that has been one of the most popular coins probably since it was ever created. All right, it was one of those one-off masterpieces. Even to this day, everybody is looking for really nice examples of this coin. Now, there's a Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco minted 1943 steel cent that was produced. Of course, copper went by the wayside for 1 year only in an effort to kind of preserve some of this composition for the war efforts back during World War II. Give you a quick little backstory. But ever since then, it's been ancient history, and people are soaking it up. All right, so aside from the coin and all of the romantic kind of like flavor that revolves around it, quite honestly, the only silver-colored penny to ever exist in history, aside from the 75 aluminum cent, which by the way is legal to own in most cases, but this one right here undoubtedly will go down as one of the most widely known, kind of iconic U.S. coins to ever exist. However, in this video, there is a lot more to look for in either the Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco minted coins. Over 1 billion were produced between the three mints, so there is absolutely no shortage of these coins, and they exist in large numbers in some nice mint-state grades. And this is where you, as a savvy kind of like treasure hunter or a cherry picker, can take advantage of that by looking for some of these rare and valuable varieties. Oftentimes, again, cherry picked through like dealer stock, or maybe going online looking to see what's on eBay or Facebook, and maybe that person doesn't know that they have something a little bit better than just your typical steel cent. So we're going to discuss every possible major variety that you'll want to know about as we go through the video. So as always, if this is your first time here, welcome. Go ahead and hit the like button if you enjoyed today's content. Feel free to share the video. And most importantly, your support goes a long way. Go ahead and pound that subscribe button for me. I have a little watermark on the bottom right-hand corner of the video. You can even tap that. That'll get you in like Flynn. And also, don't forget to hit the bell for instant notifications. So that way you will get first-hand access to all of my newest uploads. So thank you for all the views. Thank you for all the support. Let's go ahead and deep dive into one of my favorite coins. Now, as you can see, I have one of each of the Philadelphia, the Denver, and the San Francisco minted steel cent. All right, the Philadelphia will have no mint mark under the date. There's a letter D for Denver for this one. And then finally, a small letter S underneath this date here to signify a San Francisco minted example. All three have something really neat to find, okay? And we're going to talk about exactly what kind of varieties, the diagnostic features of the coins. You got to make sure where to look on there. And I always tell folks, if you're going to go hunting for some rare, nice, valuable varieties, the tool is just as important. If you don't have a nice quality magnifier, something that's 8 times to 10 times power, then you're going to have a hard time looking for these, okay? It's a really, really cheap investment. If you need them, I have them down below in my description box. Just go ahead and expand it out by hitting show more, or if you're on a mobile device, hit the little gray arrow on the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, and that'll take you in there. All right, they're very affordable. You need one, go ahead and get one. So we're going to look at all three mints. The first coin that we are going to take a look at in order of the mints is going to be the Philadelphia. So this one, you guys know that this one is a Philadelphia mint in 1943. The coin you're looking at is one of the marquee varieties to look for. So close-up wise, this one is going to be the double die obverse FS101 in the Cherry Picker's Guide. So I have two different images of the date. Okay, the one on the left is going to be your normal 1943 coin. The one on the right is going to be this big old fatty doubled die obverse. You can plainly see the difference. You have some pretty tremendous spread in all numbers of the date. Okay, it's very recognizable. You can't really miss it. The moment that you look under a jeweler's loupe or a magnifier at this coin, you'll know exactly what you have. So this is one of the important ones for 1943. This one has been known for many decades, and even to this day is being cherry picked out there quite nicely. The coins are very valuable. They could be worth hundreds of dollars, upwards, in this case, upwards of $2,115. An example that was sold on Stack's Bowers back in 2012. So the sky's really not quite the limit, but you can see the potential for this particular variety. Make sure you keep an eye out for it. In addition, you're going to want to take a close look at Liberty. Look how stretched out some of these letters are, especially in BETRTY. You can just see just how kind of distorted all of the letters are. You do have doubling. Probably the most normal looking letter out of all this is the L in Liberty. All right, so every other letter has been affected by the doubling on this particular variety. So the next one that we have here is another 1943 Philadelphia, so make sure you check these as well. This particular one is a doubled die reverse. So your variety is going to be on the back side of the coin where you have 1 cent and the wheat stalks. So what does this one look like up close? Well, what I did was I did another comparo image grab here. The normal one is going to be on the top, and then the doubled die reverse is the image on the bottom. Can you see the difference? So first and foremost, the normal 1943 reverse is going to exhibit letters that look skinny and normal. Okay, same with 1 cent and everything like that. If you look at the doubled die reverse on the bottom, you can tell that all of the letters have been doubled and stretched. They just look a lot larger and disproportionate to what it should be. In addition, you're going to have doubling on the tops of these wheat stalks here. You can see it very easily. And then 1 in 1 cent is going to exhibit quite a bit of spread going to the northeast. All right, so this is a really nice one. Probably not that many people are actually looking for this one. They're mostly looking for the DDO number 1, the FS101 example, but make no mistake about it. This one right here is one that's picking up a lot of steam lately just because of how dramatic the doubling is. Now, as far as previous auction records, one example did sell earlier in the year, as a matter of fact, January 30th of 2020 on Legend Morphe auctions for $1,293. That particular example was a Mint State 66 through PCGS. Not a super supreme high grade either. If you're looking for a nice Mint State example that you could just buy for maybe an album or just to have, okay, you could pay around $5 to $10. So if you cherry pick one for that $5 to $10, knowing that you have the variety on there, now you have a coin that's worth hundreds of dollars, if not thousands. See the potential? Make sure you look for this one. All right, and then here's the actual slab for the one that sold on Legend a few months ago. As you can see, it's also CAC certified. That's what that little green sticker is on the slab face there. All right, so the next one we're going to look for is going to be on the Denver. Now, this one right here is the one that everybody's honestly looking for. Okay, this is the most valuable variety out of the 4 or 5 I have here for you. But this one right here, the 1943D, is also an RPM. It's a D over D. The other underlying D is going to be southwest of the primary mint mark. You can see it plainly right here. Interesting story. I actually had the opportunity to cherry pick this one out of a dealer stock. Okay, he was asking $80, but the grade must have been like a Mint State 66 or higher. It was that cherry. But I told myself, I'm just going to leave it for next time. I'll think about it. Came back a week later, it was gone. It was crazy. That's a coin that you don't see that often. But if you have the opportunity to pick this one up or cherry pick it for a few dollars, I would do so, because where a lot of the value lies with the 1943 D over D RPM is going to be grading. All right, to give you an idea, one example sold in 2015 on Stack's Bowers Auctions Gallery for $14,100. Now, granted, it was a PCGS Mid-State 67. It's a really nice grade for the coin, but you can see this is the one that everybody wants. This one is also in the Red Book, the Cherry Picker's Guide. This one has been published all over the place. It's a very important variety, one of the toughest to find and identify on photos, because some of these look like dye deterioration doubling, all right, which is very common on all of these coins. So, very crazy coin here, a very valuable one. Yeah, good luck, in your search, because if you did find one and it's in pretty decent condition, it's a coin on its own that sells for a few $100s, just like that. And then when you get it graded and it's really nice, then we're talking sky-high money. All right, so the final one, actually this is the slab for the one that's sold on Stacks a few years back. So there you go, Mid-State 67, pretty nice, CAC certified as well. Now back to what I really wanted to say, but we do have one really notable variety to look for in the San Francisco minted 1943. All right, so this one right here is probably the one that's the newest as far as discovery is concerned. This one is beginning to get cherry picked. People are recognizing the 43S Lincoln Steel Cent variety as being one of those coins that's up and coming. So what are we looking for on this one? So we're looking for the doubled die obverse FS101 variety. Okay, now on this one, it's most strongest on the numbers 1, 9, and then to a lesser extent the 4. Now on the 1, you'll see the secondary 1 just underneath going to the south. And then you also have a 9 right here with another 9 that's got a nice southward spread and a little bit of an extra 4 right here. So this back tail area. But this is a coin right here that, again, like I said, people are beginning to recognize as being a kind of like a very underrated variety, all right? So all the other 3 varieties I talked about at the beginning of the video, this is number 4 in line. Those other ones are starting to get pricey when people are looking for graded examples. They're starting to flock to this one. They're trying to find pieces like this, scouring eBay or coin dealer stock or wherever these can be sourced at. Maybe you have one in your collection already, but this one right here, extremely important. So here's another neat thing. It's got a doubled eye, all right? You can see a doubled eye right on there. That's another great diagnostic. You can see a doubled nostril. You can also see a doubled little underlip area right here. Again, very strong. You're going to be able to see this under a magnifier, but that's another diagnostic point for the 43S DDO. All right, so make sure you keep an eye out for these particular areas on the coin, just to ensure that you do have the right one. So that's going to do it. Time to get to work. A lot of cherry picking to do, and it sure was a pleasure talking about the 1943 Lincoln Steel Cent varieties. There was a lot more to find. Okay, aside from the varieties, there's a bevy of errors. You guys are familiar with the transitional strikes. Sometimes you can find a 43 that was struck on the previous 1942 bronze composition. Okay, those are nice and rare. They're worth tens of thousands of dollars. There's a whole bunch of other errors like die break cuts. Those can be found on here as well. There's just a huge potential within the 1943 date. The U.S. Mint, they weren't without their errors, okay? And as collectors, we can benefit from these type of varieties and errors, okay? And most importantly, the 1943 Steel Cent, the 1-year, one-shot exclusive, again, one of the most widely popular collected coins on the face of the planet. Why would you not want to take advantage of that? All right, so thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you got a little takeaway from this video. As always, like, share, subscribe, hit that bell for instant notification. I'm your host, Sean, with Blue Ridge Silverhound. Together, we are discovering always. That's right, Coinaholics. I will see you next time. Take care, good luck, and enjoy the hobby.